My current state of mind is not of the highest quality due to having a constant low mood, feeling mental pain without a clear cause, and having difficulties in enjoying activities that are supposed to raise the feeling or showing pleasure or contentment. What exactly could be a clear and lasting solution to this problem I am facing against? Letting the sounds of my mouth in the way to indicate a deep cogitation. What could happen if I would make a decision to ask a person sent out ahead of the main force so as to gather information about the enemy's position, strength, or movements, or an advice to such conundrum? My very self is wholeheartedly confident that I am suffering from constant and chronic unhappiness which cause I cannot specify.
My personal advice for your situation is to engage in consumption of dish consisting of pieces of food in a mixture, usually lettuce, tomatoes, olives, and many more. Your being that has gained a worrying amount of excess grace in its physical structure that has lost all of its thread-like strands growing from the skin, especially on the head part, which might have been caused by a sustained stress, or being a person whose parents were not married to each other at the time that it was born. Entity whose metaphorical market value is dangerously close to a simple drink that initially consists of worthless or meaningless material. Humanity has been advancing culturally, militarily, and scientifically throughout 2,000 times, taken by the Earth to make one revolution around the Sun. Unfortunately, the result of that long and difficult process is the creation of a goddess that is deprived of all its hair, which can be easily linked with your person.
I expressed a different opinion. What could be another thing that could happen if I, the man specialized in weapons of huge mass, have decided to ask a person whose looks indicate that he used to serve in the army? I am having a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest and can interfere with my daily functioning. Intimidated by your statue-like way of movement, I immediately retract anything I said. Dear person whose identity I am not aware of, the exposure of extreme heat to my skin causes me great pain and my reaction is to panically raise my voice.
I am exhaling the air from my mouth in such a way to create a certain sound, whose purpose is to bring your attention towards me. I repeat said procedure, however, this time I raised the sound produced in a person's larynx and uttered through the mouth, as speech or song a bit more, so the voice of mine can be heard more easily. Due to you not responding to my repeated calls, I will now proceed to raise my cry above acceptable amount of decibels.
I loudly notify nearby entities that me, and the red-colored toolbox presumably containing the building of my creation are on our way to the point of destination.
I would like to notify you about my declining mental state.
Dear coworker who I am close enough with to call him in less formal ways, I would like you to direct your gaze towards me at this exact moment. I am forced to inform you that I, the person who designs, builds, or maintains engines, machines, or structures, does not engage in giving or making any solutions to no problems whatsoever.
If you would let me interrupt.
No means of solving to any matter or situation regarded as unwelcome or harmful that you, me, or any other being is being put off.
I am drinking a considerably large amount of fluid that consists of hot oxygen dilate and certain herbs whose components change the flavor of water. I have come upon the solution to the issue you presented to me when the cameraman was not yet present in this room. Such solution is a seesaw your living functions. Such action will stop the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences to think and to feel in exchange for possible highly unpleasant physical sensation and sudden death.
My feelings are mixed with surprise, disappointment, sadness, and general futility of my current search for help.
I would like you to leave this place immediately because I am currently busy in releasing a urine from the urinary bladder through the urethra to be outside of the body, which is a very frequent accident in my daily life. Thanks to my liver being free to larger than average human adults.
I am letting out panicked sounds while escaping from the scene, where I have witnessed an ungodly sight. I have made a final decision about my current issue. Such decision is to intentionally cause my own departure from this world, due to me not being able to handle my mental disorder and abuse from my fellow members of the team anymore.
If I were to guess, your current goal is to take your own life, voluntarily and intentionally.
Your wild guess is entirely right. Undercover agent, wearing an overly elegant piece of cloth that covers the bottom part of the body. After forming a mental image of all these situations, I have now the necessary wisdom to put my next step into action. Very loud sound that is caused by pulling the trigger of a weapon and releasing a bullet